The mineral. Okay.
Yes, like the mineral. Yes.
Yeah.
That's I never thought of that before. That's a good, yeah. Are we getting on to the live? Okay. I guess some good
Down
fun
to the
too.
two.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody. Hello and welcome. It is the Sunday Soap Block, your original place for soap after shows for the last 10 years. That's right, bitches. Hi, I'm James Lott Jr. And I am with the glorious, vivacious, and melting hearts everywhere. Yeah, where? Hello, Miss Tami.
Good morning, Mr. James Lott Jr. There's a lot going on this week.
There is kids and kidlets. She's right. But first, the church announcements, of course. It goes first. We're doing Watermelon Spotlight now. Then after this, it is the Bold Mini Spotlight. Folks, I told you so's. And Candace Mack will be joining us. Yes, Ms. Mack. So you know it's going to be a good time when Miss Candace comes in. We're going to do that. And then after that, oh, I mean, some more stuff there. Tracy.
Oh my
We
God.
got GHB spotlights.
I'm living for her.
Oh, she's everything. Me
She's
and Frank.
making paper airplanes
Oh, she's like,
and the little box things. I'm just
oh
like,
my
you
God.
have my heart and soul forevermore, Jane Elliott.
She is a national treasure. So we're going to talk about all of that on GHB Spotlight. Me and Frank Moran, might not do not Mr. Happy Go Jackie at 1 p.m. today. Of course, that's how we talk about that. Then, of course, after you're done with all of us, go to my chocolate twin, Tony Moore, to see what he says how old I am today. That's at 3 o'clock over on the channel Edition Days. Make sure you follow them, subscribe, like, and comment. Tell them James and Tami sent you. And in a couple of weeks, you'll see us on the show. So,
Yes. I keep
so
meaning to send Tony content. I have like all these pictures. I keep forgetting.
I sent a bunch. You were in some. I sent a bunch because from the early, because we're all part of the early days. I want to make sure we all get in there.
Yeah.
So I sent pictures to him too. So we'll be doing that. Shout out to Walker Ragsdale, one of your favorites on my daytime Emmy specials. It was his birthday this week. All love, and I love Walker. And so he had a birthday this week, so we want to wish him the best. And look, Candace is the girl. She is the girl. We like Candace. Hi, everybody in chat. Joy, Latasha, Kenneth. Okay. Also, side note, it's raining in Los Angeles right now. Right now, I know it's where you are. It's raining right here in Inglewood.
Yeah. It's no, it's not raining right now. It was raining about a half hour ago. And all through the night.
Yeah, rained all through the night. She's north of me, so I think it came. Now it's down here. Now it's raining here. So we have rain in LA. It's not the hardest.
Doesn't matter, right?
I know. We need any. We almost said the same thing. Yeah, we need any rain we can get. So keep doing your rain dance out there, so we can have more. Yeah, do the rain dance. So we got more rain. So thank you very much. My girl Tony Basil used to do all those movies. She choreograph all those beach movies. So anyway, so yeah, Tony Morris, that's great. So they'll be over there at Edition Day, talking about Days Are On Lives. I was trying to think of say, if you haven't seen it yet, The Gates has released a bunch of trailers. Tami, they look good, don't they?
It was the fashion. You know me.
Oh, yes, right. Yeah, that's right. Yes.
The production quality is through the roof.
I agree.
And it's, they were showing interviews with hair and makeup, and they are just loving it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the actresses mostly, right? Because it's the women that really get to enjoy that kind of thing.
Yes.
I'm so excited. And Carla Mosley.
She's gonna work it.
Oh, she gets to play that snotty little brat.
Yes.
What was it? Was it on Dynasty? Was it Pam?
You think of Fallon? Pamela Sue Martin.
But it was Pamela Sue Martin, who I watched. It was Harvey Boys and
it's Nancy Drew Mysteries.
Remember Nancy Drew?
Me too.
So I saw her on both, and so it's always fun playing the snotty brat, right?
Right. The hair looks good. The sets are bright. It's a bright set.
Great lighting.
Great lighting. So I'm telling you guys, forget that first trailer. Everybody was like, ugh. What? They're promoting the F out of this show right now, as they should be. Check out go anywhere. They're everywhere now. Check out the trailers for Beyond the Gates. I think you won't be disappointed. At least for the trailers. I think you guys should take a look at them. They're really good. So it's raining harder over here. I haven't heard rain since last April, so I was kind of like, oh my God, it's raining in my house. I love it. My garden's so happy, I'm sure. He called her Dominique Jr., like Dominique Devereaux on Dynasty. That's probably what, seriously.
There you go.
The first Black bitch on television was Diane Carroll.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Oh my God, I know. The clothes there too. Don't get started closing there too. So yes, so we're excited. That's February 24th is when it premieres on CBS. So, but I'm just saying, check out the trailers. Some of you guys who are on the fence, it may take you over the fence. You watch them. You like that? You like that? Hello, Lotties. Hi, Janae. Hi, everybody. Hi, all the Lotties. Thank you so much. Super chats are welcome if you want. I did a Zoom yesterday. We raised some money for the people who are displaced, as we're calling them, displaced from the LA fires. So thank you to folks who came to the Zoom yesterday. I'll be doing some more in February because February is next weekend.
I know.
I did. So actually, next weekend we will be. I was off a week, so we will still be here next weekend. But the following weekend will be the Edition Days anniversary and the Super Bowl. So we will not. Everybody know that. So we get that. Okay, I think that's all church now. I don't have anything else to. What costs hard, folks? I forgot to do an episode last week. I've never done it before, so I'll be doing episode 3 and 4 tonight. So Hardy's, it'll be coming out. I'm so sorry. I thought I did it. I was like, why am I missing something? I don't know what's going on. And so I want to give all my Hardy's a shout out. After tonight's episode 4, I will do 3 and 4. So.
How did you know that something was missing? Like, what was it?
Because on my social media, I usually can tell the numbers. Like they always comment on my videos. They comment on the videos. It's really pouring. I love it. And so they really comment. So I was thinking, someone's like, I'm not answering back a lot of people on Facebook, especially. Someone's like, something's off. And then I was going through I have an organizer. I have my stuff on my show. Oh, can't see it.
You can't see it. The invisible man.
Yeah, it's on there. So, and I looked at it, I went, wait a minute. Oh my God, I don't see it on here. And I looked up, like, I didn't do one. Jack Wagner is still on the show. He plays Bill Avery. It's season 12, folks. Season is fresher than ever, Kenneth.
Has he been on since day one?
Yes, he has.
Good for him.
We're like, where is he? He's on a show on Hallmark, the #1 show on Hallmark Channel. It gets about $3 million a week. It's one of the top shows of all cable.
That's fantastic. So,
hi, George. Okay, we're going to talk about YNR, and I'm telling you, it was soapy goodness. It was soapy. I'm trying to decide which one, because we had 2 real major stories and a couple of tidbits. That's Tony.
I just want to talk about Billy's new apartment.
Okay, we go to first, because I was going to say, there's Billy and Jack. They talked.
And I want Sally to come over and decorate our house because I loved what she did.
It was cute.
I loved the color scheme.
I know. I was like, oh, friend. So you like the place. You like the place.
It's so homey, and I like a masculine tone to a place. You know, I like the richness of that, and it's it's a little bit darker. That beautiful cognac color sofa.
Yeah, it's cute.
Was just, and I love the 2 chairs in front of the fireplace. How she separated those 2. I was like, I want to move in there, like right now.
Girl, bye, Ernie. I'm going over here. Look at this house. I'm not a fan of them together.
No, I'm not either.
But it was cute. No, the whole thing was very cute.
That was great. She's like, I have a surprise for you.
Yes.
That was so cute.
No, I thought it was cute. Picture of Tracy, picture of the other kids, Johnny and Katie. But when I saw Dia, I was like, oh, and she's front and center.
Because, we've always talked about how important the home space is.
Yes.
And to have it be a place that you feel safe, that you feel at peace in, that you're just comfortable and you can kick your feet up on. It's not, the plastic on the furniture vibe. But it was still elegant.
Yeah.
And sophisticated. And that's manly. A really fine line.
And manly for him, right?
And manly. Yeah. But again, I could have. That is so up my alley.
I would say, I know. Andrea's here. You made it to the live. Hi, Andrea. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Diana, I'll make sure to comment in a second. I just want to mention this one thing. I know a lot of women, my daughter especially, who aren't super girly, quote, unquote, girly, they like that masculine. It's kind of like the darker colors, that vibe. It does for some women. It does work actually. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, you can still make it where it's a woman, but yet there's a masculine side in there.
Hmm.
So I see why you like it. I can see why you like it. So my other Tami, well, your Tami, my other Tami would agree with you. I think she would like this out.
I love when it comes to how light a place is, I like that to come from natural lighting. So I love a place that has lots of natural lighting, but when it comes to like in our TV room, um, the wall that has there's these two big storage cabinet areas, and then in the middle is a huge large area where we have a bar, and then the television's on that. That whole wall is black.
Oh wow, okay.
And then the rest of the room is kind of in a beige color. And Ernie's actually one that came up with that. I'm like, yes,
Okay.
I give me a black wall. Oh my God, I love that idea.
Well, I love accent walls anyway. It's a big thing.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
one here too. I have my accent wall is actually white in my hallway, and the rest is green. So I like it. Just breaks it up a little bit. It's just like a different vibe.
So
Uh,
why not please give Sally some more work gigs?
well, here's the thing. Diane C. was saying, "Hi, Diane. CBS should sell items from the set as well as the clothes." Well, I was going to say to Tammy, they have that clothes site you can go to. I wonder if they should have a thing where like if you like this, it's similar at this, maybe for furniture and
For
stuff.
furniture. Yeah.
Like you like this kind of couch, you can probably get a
Yeah.
similar couch just
There's so
like
much
it.
artwork that you could easily find somewhere else.
Yeah,
Um, the high back chairs, the wing back chairs, I think. And oh yeah, you could totally find all that stuff. That's a
yeah,
good idea.
that's a good idea. Kenneth Clark says it's very Mad Men, in my opinion. Uh,
There was a classic retro vibe to it. I will absolutely agree with you, Kenneth.
and Natasha says I liked how Sally decorated the house for Billy too. Yeah, I liked
Yeah.
it. I
And
used
the
to make that.
champagne. Like, oh,
No, it was cute. No, it was very cute. I would go before that. I did like Billy and Jack talking. I mean, just so much tension. Billy's just
oh.
like, and
Okay,
again,
so
Peter Berg was so good. He's so
there are certain moments,
okay.
but
Please.
the quote of the week for me was, no, what's the name of the club?
There's
When it's
oh
not Winters or
oh that jazz club downstairs. It
the
is.
Jazz Club.
Oh my god! I forgot. Somebody tell us the name of the club downstairs. That's named after Neil. I forgot the name. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, it's like it's not Winters, it's
Oh,
not
but stuff like
Neil,
that. So somebody in the chat tell us. You guys are
Yeah,
good.
please tell
We have
us.
30 people watching. Come on, 30 people. I love it. Good morning.
Because again, talk about the navy blue walls. It's a masculine vibe. I could live there. I would be a barfly in
Yeah.
that
No,
place.
no, no. I always thought that was a cute set. I thought it was a good job when Neil's picture
Yeah.
on
So
me.
when they were in there talking, it's so funny when Jack almost goes back upstairs.
Yes. And he was like, he goes, Jack, you don't have to go. I laughed. I mean, again, they had a lot of good moments on this show this week, behind back moments. But he was like, he saw him. We've all done it probably. He saw him. He's like, oh, not today. It's like, then Billy turns around. He's like, Jack,
You don't have to run away from me.
and
Oh, gotcha.
that was hilarious. Oh my god!
And
Jack's
they're
like, I'm
having
not in
their,
the mood to fight or anything today. And I was like, we're not.
yeah, they're having their scotch and Billy.
Oh, Billy's too much. He's too much.
Billy says to Jack, I have issues. James, I love it. And he didn't, it was just kind of a real small, fast moment.
Yeah,
I have issues. Da, 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 da. And I just clung to that line for about 5 minutes because it was golden,
it is.
golden to
Oh, it's
me.
called the Neil Winters Jazz Lounge. So you're close.
Is it?
Yeah, you know that? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I knew there was something in there with Neil. I just couldn't remember what it was. It was too simple. It was too simple. I couldn't remember what it was. I
Right.
gave it.
Think, what could it be? If
Yeah,
it's
I know,
honored Neil Winters, what could it be?
right? But I will say there were a lot of things that Billy kept saying in the conversation. Jack's like, yeah, I know. But Billy does this every few years or so. He goes to self-reflection, right? I know everybody. Well, I had to chuckle when he's like, he's about Phyllis pulling out. They like the idea, and Jack's like, even she didn't like it. He goes, Phyllis is the queen of scheme. That was the word too. He said, yeah, the queen of scheme.
And when Phyllis thinks something's off and wrong, well,
Yeah,
then you better take a look at your revenge plan because
yeah,
it's not
that
going
was
to work.
hilarious. Oh my god, that was hilarious. And Jack's like, oh, he was like, oh, but she don't want to do it. But we said she's the queen of scheme. I could stop. That's right, but if she don't want to do it,
Yep.
if she don't want to do it,
She's your
yeah,
scheme gauge, right?
yes,
She knows a good scheme when she hears one.
yes. Oh my God, the other line that was funny too. Fuck about lines. We had a lot of quotes this week that were good. When he was like, you know, take that. No one thought I could take down Richard, and Jack's like, I don't know about that. Taking down Richard's a full time job. I started laughing. I'm like, yeah, he knows. He knows all about that.
Yep.
He knows
And
all about
the
that.
great white whale
Mm-hmm.
image. They always do a lot of literary
Yes,
throws,
yes,
just like here's something for you, which I always appreciate. And
too.
so
Me too.
yeah.
But I just both actors are so good, just are so good. You feel like they're brothers. I really do. The Abbott siblings feel like Abbott siblings. They really do. They go through the ringer, Tammy. They go through. I mean, they go good, bad, anything. They go through it, but they're still together. And Jack loves his brother. He loves, and Billy loves Jack. He just gets his own way. He gets his. We all know somebody like that. They get their own way. They go a little off camera here. People get in their own way, and I think I just think it's such a beautiful. It doesn't feel like acting to me. I mean, I know they're acting, but and not to diss them. It just feels natural.
Well, we always live for those moments when Jack is able to have conversations with his family because they're always just so rich and beautiful, and you can see Peter Bergman just like, oh, I love
But
this.
see, now you and I have met him.
Yeah.
He is. He loves his job.
Yes, he
He
does
does. It's not a
so
joke.
much.
He loves his job because when he talked to you, I saw the same energy he did when he talked to me. He loves his job. He loves playing Jack Abbott after all these years.
And the
That's
writers have done good by him.
F. F.
They've just given him so many amazing stories that he could just chew on, and especially with the family dynamics. So,
Yes. But he could put him anywhere. He's good. He just put him anywhere. But it's just I know I always praise him on the show, but I just really do. He's one of my favorite actors. He's really there. You see all those years where they're all kind of winning Emmys around each other. It became like a fun joke with them. It was like David Canary, him, Tony Geary, like they're all so good. You think about it, they're all good actors. Like they just kind of rotate and rotate. I think it was who said, was it Michael S. Woods when he won, or Michael S. said, I was told to thank my wife because that's what Peter Bergman does all the time. It's like the wife saying, makes you think because that's what Peter Bergman always does. They laugh. Like they just said, all these actors, they're all so good. And Eric Brain, they're all so good. So they keep winning because they're all so good. I mean, they're all just, I mean, just like it's like you win, and you win, and you win. I missed David Canary before, just
oh my gosh,
talk about just phenomenal.
brilliant.
But Peter Bergman, he could do comedy, he could do drama, he can do family. He can do relationships. That he is just he's like a pinch hitter. Just put him. He's like a Jane Elliott. Put him somewhere,
Yes.
or Jeannie Francis. Put her somewhere with somebody.
And he has just adopted the role of the patriarch for the Abbotts so beautifully, as Jane Elliott has now
Yes, yes,
risen to that official role as the matriarch.
yes, yes,
And with the passing of Leslie
yes.
Charles, that's going to be her official title. That's going to be
Figured
Tracy's
too. We were talking
role.
about that on our show. We were talking about
Yeah, yeah. And I
that.
remember, I think you were the one that said when it came to Jane, she came back because she needed her insurance. Like it was for logistical purposes, and Frank's like, yeah, we'll do it, whatever. And thank you for keeping her.
I know. I think everybody. Seriously, I have not seen any. She's a unifier in the soap Twitter world and stuff. I've not seen anybody talk shit about her. Well, stuff
They better not.
They haven't. No, no. Everybody's just like she put her, just make her. Yeah, just her.
Yeah,
And Ken Clark says a good thing. He also was great as Cliff on All My Children. 10 years he was Cliff. He was Cliff Warner.
absolutely. I loved him on it, All My
Yeah.
Children.
I think he's it was Michael Zaslow. Yeah, Michael Zaslow said a comment to Peter Bergman. It was funny. He goes, make sure you thank me because Peter Bergman always does that. Thank you, Michael. Peter always does that. Yeah, I remember that line. It was like so funny. But yeah, he was good as Cliff Warner. I guess he's also the guy who did the "I'm not a doctor, I play one on TV" commercials. He did those back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you remember that, Tammy? That's him.
What was it for?
It was for like Excedrin or something, like some kind of headache medicine.
I'll
It
have
was
to
on the
go.
doctor.
I'll
I
have to
played it on
go.
TV. When I interviewed him, I asked him. He goes, "James, that paid for several kids' college funds."
Oh, back in the day, commercials like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
were in like
But
Flint.
but we still say that to this day. People don't know where it came from. It was him.
That's so
Go on
amazing.
YouTube, folks. Go on YouTube. You'll see it. It's there.
Totally.
So yeah. So I mean, I don't know if it's Excedrin, but it was like some kind of medicine that he did. Because I'm not a doctor. I play it on TV, and we all say everybody says that. And literally, when I was on House, I had to say that I'm not a doctor, but I played it on TV. I did. I
So
played it on.
that's where that line comes from, a
Yep.
commercial?
Yep.
Love
Whoever thought that up was genius. Whoever thought that one up.
Yep.
But that's how popular soaps were back then. How popular he was. That's Cliff and Nina. Cliff and Nina.
Totally.
Yeah. So that was good. But anyway, so yeah, so he was good. I agree with you. Cause so he's been around for like 100 years doing this, so he's good. Everybody's got okay. We have two major storylines.
Right.
There I think you guys have mentioned them, and one is Sharon, and one is Jordan.
Let's start with Sharon. I want to
Well, I
say
was saying overall. I was overall. I was going to say
yeah.
the women took care of business.
Yeah.
No one saved them. They took care of business. The women were in charge. I actually am shocked. Yes, Nick was there in a dream state or whatever.
Hallucinogenic sort of way.
Right. But she's still sharing it. So anyway, I just want to say overall, I was kind of proud this week that the women took care, took matters in their own hands.
That's
The
a
men
really
were like,
good
the men were like, what's going on? Where everybody? What's going on? Where everybody? They're kind of like,
Nick storming, banging on hotel
I
rooms.
know.
Yeah. And Victor's lurking in the hallway going, what's going
What's
on?
going on? They totally had no idea. So the men were out of the loop this time. I thought that was kind of great. The men were out of the loop. The women. So Sharon gets free, folks. And I'll tell you, those scenes were really good. To me, it was really again soapy. That chain, she thought she was going like you said, thought she was going to gnaw that chain off. She was going to get out of there. She was going to get out of there, and she was on PCP, and she was trying to get out of there. Sharon looked disheveled. I mean, Sharon Case did such a great job. She looked out of it, trying to, like you said, like last week, when she was pulling and trying to like you could totally feel like she was really doing it. I know it's acting, but this is like she was doing
When she's pounding that chain,
it.
I was talking to the television and I said, "Hun, you need to save your strength. Just get the crowbar into the lock and break the lock." And eventually her PCP mind realized, oh, I can do this too. And then the lock came out. I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Well, she was out. I guess remember she was out of it. That's how I remember my
Yeah. Oh, what a helpless feeling. I'm free. And then
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, she did. Yes,
we all know what that feels like trying to walk when you're like,
yes. No, I know. It's
that
tough.
don't work.
It doesn't work.
Uh-uh.
When we leave, Sharon gets out of that New Year's outfit. I know that is from New Year's. That outfit, that's sparkly. I was like, that's kind of funny seeing that. I know. Woo! I'm
The
sure.
water and some chips, but there was no deodorant there.
The chips had me laughing because they were healthy chips. I saw the bag at one point, and I was like, "Oh, those are the good kind." I was like, "They have some sprouts or whatever." No,
Yeah, low sodium and
it
high
was. There's
protein.
totally. I was like, "Those are the good ones." I did look. I did look, folks. I like looking at stuff behind this. I like looking at stuff. So I was
I
looking at. I
would
was
just
like,
left her a bag of Doritos and I don't know, some ho-hos and Twinkies and
"There's some Funyuns." I'm like, "What were it?" That was like it was like healthy. It was healthy chips and water.
that
But
was so weird. That's a really good point. Like, why?
like, why would you care? You're tying her up. Like, why would you give her like, well,
Waste her water with PCP. Why are you giving her almonds?
like, it was so funny. I loved it. You had almonds too. That was the other one that was on too. Yeah. So, so Sharon. So Sharon had to go through all of that. Meanwhile, everybody else is going buck wild. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, literally not the ranch, you have Tessa. First of all, we have so much Taraya. It's kind of crazy these days. Like, wow, I
Right.
can't believe it. But I was on Mariah's side. I'm sorry, I was on
Oh
Mariah's
yeah.
side. If I tell you, Tami, that this motherfucker, this man, excuse my language, this man did all this stuff. I tell you everything he's done to me. Your job as my spouse is to go whatever you need, right? If Ernie came to you and was like, "But Tami, I know he kidnapped you and stole you from your mother,"
They destroyed your family and yeah. no, Ian Ward, if I saw him in the street, be careful. You hurt somebody that I love, you are on my list for the rest of my life. And if anybody else wants to forgive you, then they can go for it. But the minute you hurt somebody that I love, I don't forgive. I may compartmentalize, and I certainly don't forget. So,
But Ray Wise, again, another national treasure, was so good in those scenes with Tessa, with Kate. The scenes were good. I was on. I mean, I was just like, he's so good though. He was trying to get the tears, and he was trembling, and he did save her life. It was like I was like, Tessa, I can kind of almost see where you're. Oh, I kind of get it a little bit, but it's still your woman said he's a mess. He
see,
left the.
here's the sick part about Ian Ward. And it was the same thing with Shiloh on GH, right? Like men like that know exactly who to target.
Yeah, they do.
He knew that there was a way to get into Tessa's mind
Yep, he did.
and use her to
Yep.
get to Mariah.
Yes,
So there's something inside of Tessa,
I know.
when she was telling Mariah, people change. We've
Because,
changed. I was
right.
like,
So she said that. She goes, "We've done some horrible things too." Mariah's face was like, "Bitch." Not in the same way as this one. This, like, yes, I'm giving you on cussing. This man, oh, Cameron Grimes was good. She was like, why are you doing this to me? Like, her face was like, she was confused. Like, what is going on here? I'm trying to tell you, he's crazy. He's dangerous. And you're telling me to forgive him? She basically said that. She's like, you're telling me, like, okay, we're good.
and Tessa kept saying, "That's not what I'm saying." I'm like, "Yes, that is what you're saying." I hate it when people do that.
I
No,
do
no,
tell
no, that's not what I'm saying. No, it is what you're saying.
exactly. It's like, no, bitch, you're saying that. So I was like, so even them, I mean, and when she just took off, I don't blame her, but I was literally like, Mariah's like, why are you doing this to me right now? My mother is missing. This and it's not, and he's crazy, and he's coming. And I've told him in front of you several times to stay the fuck away from my family.
How many people have told her? Tessa, like, come on.
I
Yeah,
know. They're all go Tammy. They're all go Tammy.
there's something broken in Tessa
Yes.
that there's a magnet to him for some reason. And so that's something she's going to have to work out.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's dangerous. You get people like that who'll prey on you that know that's just like, ew, eat, yuck.
And see, Mariah's like, I get it. I've seen him do it. He was there. And I kept saying, Mariah knows how bad he is. Adam knows how bad he is. Nikki knows. Like, they all know. Like, they're all like telling you. I mean, stay away from this. It's like, yeah, people can change. She's like, not this one. Like, not this one. Sorry, with his Bible and all stuff. Like, very much like Cyrus. Remember
Oh,
now. Mm-hmm. I'm like, nope. We're like, nope, we're not doing that. Nope.
Cyrus conned me for a couple weeks
And you're like, I mean,
because
we
I
love
love
Jeff
me my
Coburn too.
Jeff
We love
Kober.
him.
I
So.
love me my Jeff Kober. I'm like, okay, maybe he has redeemed himself.
I told you he had. I knew he hadn't. And I was like,
I was like, oh no, he's the same sociopath he's ever been.
Well, Elizabeth, be careful, Elizabeth, be careful, because she just joined. She's gonna do some outreach. I'm like,
I know.
ooh, thank you, Jeannie. It's very nice. You said we're good together. We are good together. No, before I get those predictions of where, so Tessa and Arya are missing.
Right.
So in the chat, they're kind of going, well, okay, I'll do a poll. Okay, our first poll. Okay, I'll do a first poll. Okay, our first poll. Do you think Tessa and Arya are missing because of Ian, or she ran off to protect? We ran off to protect. I can't spell protect. Protect Arya, or three others. I mean, you guys have another, just like another other option. Do you not think? Vote in the poll. Do you think Tess and Arya are missing because of Ian? They took him. Or she ran off to protect Arya, or some other reason. Please vote in the poll. There's 46 of you guys watching. I got to turn off my heater because it's not hot here.
I know I have my heater on too. It's a little much.
Yeah, and it's
Missing
nice
because of Ian, she ran off to, it's other.
or other. Just so you have some other ideas.
I put other.
So
I,
okay, a lot of other. That's a lot of
oh
other.
yeah,
Wow, okay, 25%. Okay, Ian missing some has them somewhere. Well,
yeah.
so meanwhile, while you guys are voting, please continue to vote. You got 45 people watching. Leave 45 people. Make sure you like, subscribe. Also, we got so Sharon gets home, and again, Cameron Grimes does another great job. Just from, I mean, oh, when they fill Sharon in and fill Mariah in, kind of what everything is going on with Ian and Jordan. So that's when they learn about Jordan. Be like, wait a minute, isn't Jordan in jail? And the whole thing that he came back to get to Mariah.
And last week, there was that beautiful scene between Mariah and Nick. And Mariah was sobbing. She said, I want to give Ian the benefit of the doubt because if he hasn't changed, this is all my fault. And she's just crying. I'm thinking, oh God,
The,
this is
the,
gonna be ugly.
the weight of that.
The
Because she's
fallout.
like, she goes, Heather's dead because of me. Lucy and Daniel's lives have been turned upside down because we Phyllis, that whole thing. Then Jordan, and that's why I love we'll get to the Claire stuff next, but when she's like, I feel bad for Tessa and Mariah, they're her friends. Like she doesn't want anything happen to their mother. Like it's just like I love an umbrella story. I love an umbrella story. So it's an umbrella story. And so, Faith being protective, so happy to see her mom. I mean, yeah, I think she's I think the actress is good too. Um, but I'm with Tami. It was Nick. To me, it was Nick and Mariah because they're not Nick and Cassie as a whole, and which is a testament to them also. That was a different relationship, and she was much younger. Now we have this grown woman with Nick, and he's close to her, but it's like a whole different relationship. So he's like saying, it's not your fault. You're stronger than that. Like he's like being a good dad to her, the supporting her, like, no, girl, this is not, no, do not take this on. This is not your fault. I love
And
that. I loved all that.
isn't that so hard, James? And Mariah said this. She said,
Logically, I get it.
logically, I understand. You're right.
Yes.
But my heart is just broken because this whole stream of events is because of me. And it's going to take a long time for her to let go of these chains now that she is shackled to herself of guilt
Yes.
and shame and all that shit.
Yes.
And people like Ian and Jordan, that's what they do. They dump all of this trauma on people, right? It's their fault.
Yes.
That's what they bless people with, is this just awful trauma.
Yes.
And then they leave.
Yeah. Right.
It's horrible.
Right. I totally agree with that. Cameron needs another. I mean, just for that scene with Nick, it was great seeing Cameron and Josh. It seems like they have a natural
Yeah.
chemistry. Yeah, no, it's just. I mean, Josh Romero is like, I think he's like the underrated pitch hitter of this show because he's always good at everything. I don't think he gets enough attention. He's good in everything. But in this whole particular instance, he really was trying to really support Mariah as she's having her breakdown. And I think I've been there before. I was there last 2 years ago with my mother, logically being a nurse hearing stuff, but then my heart as a son going, I just can't, how do I even navigate this at the same time? I think I'm sure we've all kind of been there on some level. You all, I hope I've been there at some level where it's like two things happening at once and you're trying to maneuver it. And mentally it's hard. It's really hard to like pull it together. And I appreciated Cameron being able to first vocalize it in her dialogue, but also she showed it in her acting. That was really good. That was really, really good.
I will say that Nick's suntan looks amazing. His winter suntan looks fantastic.
Okay, everybody at home. I just said something deep and meaningful. I almost came to tears. And Tami brings it back to the superficial on how hot.
Official beauty
I say,
matters.
I say hot. I say hot. How hot
Yes.
Josh Romero is.
Everyone else is pasty wasty in Genoa City, and he's just got this beautiful glow on him. That's just thank you. You're so healthy. We love you so healthy, Nick.
It is Wisconsin. Nobody should have tans. It's Wisconsin.
But here's what bothered me too, though, is poor little Sharon, she gets home and everyone says the same thing that makes me crazy. Are you okay?
We did.
No.
Like, no, bitch, I'm not.
No. And Sharon's response is, now that I'm here with my family, like she slips into that Sharon mode.
Yes,
Like, don't make it about me. I'm just happy. How is everybody else? And I was just, can we just make it about Sharon for a while? Because it became about Mariah
it did. No, it did.
for like a good half hour, and which kind of pissed me off. And Sharon saying, the first thing you should do is go home to Tessa and make things right with Tessa. And Mariah's like, but I don't want to leave you. And Sharon's like, I'll be fine. Faith is here. And Nick's I'll be at the front house. I'm like, Nick, your ass should be staying with Sharon.
I thought
Faith isn't going to be sleeping in the same bed with her to make sure she's okay. And then Faith actually said, okay, I'm going to bed now.
no, I thought the same thing,
I
Chuck.
don't understand.
I was like, wait a minute. So you're not going to take her to the hospital? You just ignore. I thought you could just drug her there. What's going to do? Fight you? You take her to the hospital. Then you go to the front house. I'm like, wait a minute. I'll be like, okay, I'll be here, at least on the couch or something.
Exactly.
It's still out there.
Why are you leaving her alone? Like, that's insane.
She was just chained up for a week or two. I don't know how long it was.
So that bothered me. I don't understand Y&R. I don't get that.
Faith was like, so, oh my God, Cameron. She's like, no, Cameron's gone. Don't worry. And she's like, no, he's gone. Like, don't worry about that. Yes. Just a figment of her imagination. That's all. It's not for real.
We'll
Sharon,
miss you,
Sharon should go to the hospital. Well, she said in the morning, she go to the hospital.
Had a busy day.
She had a busy
Gotta go to the hospital. They gotta confront, Daniel and Lucy.
Oh, I
She's got
know.
a
Now I
really busy
know.
day.
She has a lot going on. There's a lot to talk about. So when Phyllis finds out, and there's a lot going to be going on.
So question, Nick told Sharon and everyone that Jordan was the one that killed Heather. Now Jordan told the Newman family that Ian was the one that killed Heather.
Yeah, I know.
So did they do that on purpose? Because according to Matt Atkinson,
he's always been right though, Jerry.
right? There's two stories here. So who really killed Heather? It was one of them.
But so we know for sure that it wasn't Sharon. That's the whole point.
Yeah. It was Ian's idea.
It was Ian's idea.
To get to Mariah.
I have a feeling it was Ian, and that we'll find out. Like Jordan's dead now, so I have a feeling he's gonna say, yo, I actually did it, yeah. Or we'll never know. Or we'll just never know. Somebody killed her. It'll just be one. It's one of those.
I want to know.
Sometimes some don't tell you everything. Sometimes you know how that goes. Sometimes.
Yeah, maybe they'll get a confession out of Ian before he dies, because he has to die.
Well, this week they show he has a gun on the men.
Mickey!
And
Come downstairs. You gotta see this.
Oh my God! And I mean, okay, let's get to that story. We gotta get to that storyline because it is hilarious. I love when the guys are together. So we would start from there because Victor is hilarious. When the guys and Chance comes over and they're like, "We don't worry about what's going on." When Chance goes, "And I don't want you to do anything," the total speech or whatever. And Victor's like, "Okay." He leaves, and then Nick goes, "You're not going to do anything." That was all a lie, wasn't it? I laughed so hard. Everybody's like, he's in that chair, like, yeah. He goes, I would have had, like, just how you going to handle it, Dad? He's like, I'm gonna handle it. Or, I forgot what the line was, but it was something so. It was just like he's so Victor. It was just like, yeah, Cass, whatever you say. And then just one of my things, and that's my stuff. Nicholas, you just lied to him, didn't you? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah.
It's like, really, son, do you not know your father?
Right, I love it. He's just sitting there
Really?
like whatever. But he was pissed because he was like, "What is going on with these ladies?" And he was not knowing what was going on. And Victor do not like nothing that was going on. And when Victor finally found out that Jordan wasn't in the prison, he felt dumb. He was like, "What?" I know you want to say, "What the fuck?" You don't do it on TV. He was like, "What?" Better. He was like, I mean, there were a couple of times I unintentionally laughed and chuckled because it was kind of, it was like, okay. Then we cut to Jordan and Claire. Now, first of all, parts that weren't funny that were really good. Colleen Zink and my girl Haley Aaron brung it. They brung it. And I will tell you, Haley Aaron's one was harder because Colleen gets to be the big grandiose and do all the big stuff, which can be harder too on some level. You got to make sure it's grounded in something. But you're looking at Claire, and Claire was really wanted to rid the world of her, so to speak, because she was tired of this stuff. But also, you could tell it was hard for her. Because you can say, "You saved me the last 2 times. You saved me the last time." They like you can't do this, and she just wanted. And you could tell she was. She likes her new life. Claire likes her new life, and she doesn't want to go back to what that was. And then Jordan's just like trying to manipulate. It was beautiful. It was like before everybody else came in, I just thought this was a great acting tour de force with both of them. I don't know what you think.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think it was difficult for Claire.
Oh, okay, I like that. Okay,
I think the tears, I mean, this the part when she gives Jordan her hand.
yes.
See, but that's just I'm coming from such a cold
Just
because
go ahead, please
what
go
was brilliant about Haley's performance and the way the writers did this is Claire never said a lot.
No, she didn't.
Through all of Jordan's rants and
I,
raves and trying to just guilt her, and Victoria saying, "Stop doing this to my daughter," and Nikki just like could I don't give a rat's ass in her eyes, and Claire hardly said anything.
that's what I'm saying. It was in her eye, but I'm saying it was in her eyes. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
all the acting was in her eyes.
And she had the tears, and but I think all the tears and all the emotions as Jordan's telling her, "I raised you, I loved you," really came from a place of, "I've lost so much." And this woman is just such a reminder of how much I've lost. And that hurts. Like, you've got this great family with the Newmans now. They've got their own drama, obviously, but it came more from just a place of saying goodbye. Like, we're done. We're finally done. And when you feel that, like, oh my God, it's finally over, it's an emotional experience. I don't think it was, "I'm regretting this." Like, I don't know. What do you think?
So I think there was some regret there. I think it was all those things. I'm saying I think she was torn. I thought Alien did a great job. She was torn. Um, the less dialogue on her end, as I said, her job was harder because she had to just react. And I kept seeing her when she stopped her from drinking the tea. That was on purpose. I felt that part was on purpose just to kind of lull her into something. But I felt like Claire was trying to be a big grown up and stand against this monster who that's all she's known. So for me, I actually liked it. I like feeling there was some kind of conflict in there, but she was resolute in going through with this. Like in that way of like, nope, I'm going to stand here. We're going to go through. We're going to finish this out.
Yeah.
Like, and I actually, that's what I'm saying. I felt like her emotions were kind of like, I hate that I'm in this position, but I love my new life. I don't want to lose my new life, and this bitch is in the way. She keeps coming back, and she's in the way, and I'm tired. It's like I agree with you. I'm tired of this bitch. She just will not stay down. She will. I think she will never be free.
No, the whole family will never be free.
So I believe Jordan believes that. Sorry, Cliff. No, Cliff. I saw Cliffhanger in the chat. Claire knows. Cliff and Claire. Oh my God, it's like what coffee show? That Claire knows that something has. She's always known something has to be done,
Yeah.
and that part of her that's gone there. That is part of Jordan. That Jordan is in there. Sorry, folks. Jordan. When you're raised by someone, parts that my father wasn't Jordan, but he was a horrible father. But parts of him are in me. Even some things that are kind of possibly good are in me from him somewhere. Some things I've learned, they're in there. Right? And you can't help it. Whoever you're raised by, you have parts of both of them. It's how you handle it in the world. Oh, Candace is all wrapping up, Bolmy. Bolmy fell on his neck. We're almost there. We're almost there, Candace.
Candace is in the green room, you guys.
Candace in the green room.
She's waiting to come on for
yes, we're almost there, Candace. Sorry, we're almost there. This was so good. So it was just like I just feel like she had part of Jordan is in there. You know, Jordan was using that like I'm already in there. So yeah, my dog, I'm already in there. She is. I think also she is already in there. Now the journey will be what does Claire, what kind of person she becomes after this, because you got Victoria going, I don't want this to be on your shoulders. That's the whole mother's thing. I totally get that. But when Jordan was like, I'll drink that tea instead. I'm not going to take me back.
Well, that's what I would have done if I was Jordan.
Me too.
I was like, hell no, let me just inch my way to that teacup because, and she's kind of took her time, kind of sat over, right? And then grabbed that cup.
And
like,
she turned around and she drank it. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, well, is there, maybe she didn't put poison in it? Like I was thinking maybe
of
that.
course.
She did.
And the only reason she stopped her was because she knew that she had information on Sharon.
Yeah, right. And
And that's when Jordan caught on to her. It's like, what's going on?
But the best part, Tami and I put this off camera, some of the best scene facials and words were Eric Braeden as Victor Newman. Oh my God, he was hilarious. He has no love lost for this bitch. No, none. Oh, when he barked at her. Oh, when he yelled at her. Oh, she jumped. Woo, I love it. He's like, don't worry, you'll soon be with him, dancing with the devil, and blah blah blah. He's like, how do you like that, bitch, or whatever? It's like, he said, how do you like that? And she's like, she just kind of jumped. I was like, yes. Victor was having the best. Oh my God! But yeah, there's a part you liked also. We both liked.
Yeah, well, there were a couple of moments, and they were unspoken, which is what I
Yes.
loved.
Yes.
When, Victoria wants to call 911 and Jordan slaps the phone out of her hand. No, right? And then Jordan staggers over to the couch because her equilibrium is being affected by, did you use the same poison that we gave them? Am I going to have a painful end? And Claire's like, no, I didn't have time to be that creative. I
know that was funny. Right? That was funny. Yeah. I said that's like.
So I just had a bottle of sleeping pills. Yes. It'll be much more humane, which you don't deserve. I was like, yes.
Yes.
So she sits on the couch, and then I don't know if it's Victoria. I doubt if it came from Nikki, but I think Victoria offered yet another olive branch to Jordan. Yes. And Jordan's like, no. And they cut to Victor, and he literally goes,
yeah, he did. He did.
Like, oh God, the drama.
He did. And later he was watching the chair too, is watching. It was just like,
so that eye roll, I was floored. I was laughing so hard. And then when Jordan's like, how much time do I have left? How much time? And Claire says 10 minutes.
Give or take.
Maybe less. So then Jordan starts going in the soliloquy.
Yes, he did.
About to Claire, like, you did this, it's all you. And Victor literally goes.
He did.
Like, shit, we got another 4 minutes of this.
Yeah.
We lost
He
it.
did. I did too. He did. He tell it. I was like, oh my god. I have to say, he the week before we gave Maurice Bernard that honor because there's a scene where he Carly goes, "Well, Jack Brennan." He just went, oh. And there was no words, but it was all his face, and we were like, "Oh my god, Maurice, that is so funny!" Like we just. I told Michelle Starr that I said, Michelle, there are times when they have you at the also the Metro Court. Wrong show.
Oops.
She has been there when she's playing Nina. When they're at the hotel and she's standing on top when they come to the suite, the slide the round doors, and they'll have her behind somebody and they're talking. You'll be doing something like and like primping or like you just goes, do I do this? Yeah, you do that sometimes in the background. We always laugh and do that in the background.
I do
Uh,
miss the Phoenix. I miss that
me
set.
too, me too. We were calling Zeke. Tami is going for your Emmy. That's all. No, she. I mean, Eric, right? Yeah, I agree with you, Candace. I think you could tell Eric and Colleen had a good time together. They had a good time. And same with Ray Rice and Colleen. They had a great time. You could tell they had a great
Oh
time.
my God, I will miss them.
Me too. Because
I
when she
will
was
miss
drinking alone and those regular, they talk. Okay, you mentioned this last week. In hotels, they give you these little cups, these little glasses. They're like short glasses, and they're at every hotel they're the same. And they usually have them next to the ice bucket or whatever. And she's drinking her booze out of the ice cup. I don't for some reason that just busted me up. I've done that many times at a hotel. I have a bottle of wine. There are no wine glasses, just drinking out of it. I'm like, for some reason, Tammy, that killed me. I couldn't stop laughing. She's drinking out of little tiny little thingies. I don't know why it just made me laugh.
I love that. I love it because you're right. I didn't think about that, but every hotel
That's the
has
same
the
type
same
of
generic
glass.
costume.
They're not high. They're not because the highballs are short. They're like it's like
No.
little. I wish I had one on me, but they're at every hotel, just about. And so I thought it was kind of funny. She was drinking her booze. Well, I don't need you eat and blah blah. I'm gonna do it. It just made me laugh because she was drinking out these little things. And
And
that
then
was
when Chance lifted the glass up and saw the lipstick on it,
yes,
that was cool.
yeah. He
Like,
was like, wait a
oh,
minute, that's
it
not
looks
Ian Shade. So he said something funny like it's like, and I was like, oh, and they realized, ooh,
it looks like Ian's accomplice is a woman.
a woman.
Doom, doom, doom.
Yeah, exactly. So but I thought that this whole came back to the whole scene was soapy goodness. It was soap over the top at its best. It was a good because she is off con. She's now gone. He said she's exited. Someone died and everything. It's talking
I'm
about
gonna
she.
miss her so much.
Yeah, she's. I feel like Emmy nominations all right. It's gonna be tough next year. I even told this is not for this is for next year. So I'm looking at Nancy Lee Grahn after Sam's death. I'm like those. I mean, unless
Isn't
Colleen is going to be guest actor.
that's what I'm thinking.
See, sometimes they'll do supporting actress though, so I'm hoping have Nancy Lee Grahn and one cat have because I'm telling
Yeah.
you, they're just like I'm telling you, there's some tough competition. I mean, even Nikki on some level, there's some tough competition, and I mean, ugh,
I would think more of the guest actor
I
for
hope so too. Because but
that.
they've done it where they make them this. So I don't know what the requirements are. Like this, I think it's so many hours you become supporting actor. That's what happened with Robert Gossett on General Hospital. He won like 2 Emmys under supporting actor and one under guest. So I was like,
Hmm.
how many hours? So yeah, kind of. I hope you're right, Candace, because I think she long overdue deserves an Emmy. First of all, but that's another story.
And the daytime dramas are so convoluted
Yeah,
as
they are. Yes, we know,
well.
and Candace, you know too. But either way, there's some scenes in there that could everybody can draw from. The only weak link to me was Victoria, kind of. Oh, she's like whatever in that scene. But I thought Nikki with her I don't give a shit attitude said just
I
stand there.
loved it. She had her arms crossed.
So, even on your way to hell, you're disgusting. Or she said, I was like, that's right, bitch. That's right.
She had this solid look in her eye the entire time of I don't, do I give an F? I have no F's left to give.
And she's always like, shut up. It's because you shut up. That's what Holly said there
Oh my
backstage.
God. That could not have been in the script.
I think, Kevin, you're right. I
That
know.
could not have been in, that was such a beautiful, you shut up. I was like, oh
I
my,
know. I know. I know.
it was brilliant. Brilliant moment. And then when Nikki, she's got the blanket, now Jordan's got the blanket over her and she says to Victor, well, she did make one good point. What are we gonna do with the body?
I know.
Like, well, we tell the truth, blah, 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 and then she gets poisoned. That's actually a really good thing to do. Like, just tell the truth
Yes.
and then
Oh,
burn
good.
the body.
Yeah, burn. Make sure cremate.
Make sure she's dead.
Cremate.
Burn the body.
What they did on General Hospital when they cut off the head, they took Faison's head and cut it off. I was like, I think he's dead. But
That's wicked.
I was waiting for Nikki to do a dance performance in her outfit. We are a part of the Rhythm Nation. Woo! That outfit, I'm sorry. That outfit, that hairdo is a little blunt for me. A little too blunt for me. I know you
I
guys
love
liked
it.
it last season.
I'm loving it.
I know. It's like, she wants that jacket, Candace. Tami wants the jacket. They're
I'm
all
gonna
after
get the
it.
blonde wig. I'm gonna do an ode to badass Nikki.
Badass Nikki. That's Halloween.
But we have to the final scene we have to mention,
Yes.
which scared me to no end, was it's Victor with the three women,
Yes.
and he says, "What were you thinking?" And the three women are like,
He was pissed.
because now they are in
In
trouble with
trouble.
Victor.
He's pissed. He is
He
pissed.
is mad.
He's laughing at us already. Yeah,
Her
he was.
murder jacket, Nikki's murder jacket. But
But
now you know what? Claire is an official Newman.
he is.
Because when Claire came up with this idea and Nikki and Victoria are like, no, 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 we've been where you're going to be.
Yep.
We've murdered and we've had to live
Yes.
with that. We
Yes.
don't want that for you. Now she's part of it. She's
Is
A
is
Newman woman.
is a Newman. It's giving shades of the JT cover a bit. Yeah. It was good. I said all the soaps this week gave us soapy goodness. I just thought that it was a good ending for a character that was over the top. Colleen Zink performed magnificently in
Oh,
this role
every step of the
every
way.
step of the way. She got my interview with her on here on GLJ Media. I talked to her, and she's just lovely. But she's a soap legend, so I think I hope she gets more work after this because she's good.
Is it
Um,
a does it take a while to post the link in the chat before we go?
what's going on? What? What?
What?
You said something. What'd you say?
Oh yeah, no. Will it take a long time for you to find that link of the interview you did with Colleen and post it in the chat?
Well, talk to the fans real quick.
Okay, I'll talk to the fans. Hi, Kenneth. What's Candace say? It's giving me shades of the JT cover up. Yes, yes, yes. Um,
My
I'm
phone?
trying to
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think if there's any. Hi, Laura. They should have brought Victor in on their plan to get rid of. No, they can't. No, because he would have just taken control of everything, Latasha. Victor is pissed because he didn't come up with this plan. Okay, the ladies did. And to James's point, took care of business
Yes.
and was willing to do what they needed to do, just like Victor would have done. He had that whole plan with her, with Jordan in the dungeon.
It didn't
He
work.
didn't tell anybody.
It didn't work.
So, like,
Links in the
listen,
chat, folks.
Victor.
Links in the chat, you guys. Links
Yeah.
in the chat.
Oh, perfect.
It's a good interview, guys. Okay, we gotta get out of here because we have another show. We got 2 more shows to do.
Like that button, hit that like button. We're at 50 people. Hit that like. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for joining us so early. We totally appreciate it. Thank you for joining us so early. We appreciate you getting up with us. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with Candace for Bold and a Beautiful Mini Spotlight. We'll see you next week. Bye. Oh my God. Bye. There's that.